So that's the rear brakes. You need to slack all those bolts. I have a 6 bolts, 8mm again, I'm 10 by 1, and basically you take that flange off and the disc will come off. I locked the adjuster at the moment here, so it helped me to slack the bolts. So that's fully locked, so basically jam the brakes basically with this adjuster. I'm going to change the calipers anyway because the calipers are knackered, and yeah, I'm just going to show you the next step. Okay, cheers. Right, so disc off, that's the flange. You're going to take it off. There's 2 bolts here for the caliper, 17mm heads, and I disconnect the caliper, so just bear in mind these T-junction, they're imperial, it's at 1/4, so I made a plug myself here just to avoid any fluid leaks or anything, just to don't empty the circuit as well, and that's it. So you've basically removed those 2 bolts, 1 and 2, disconnect the pipe and you get the caliper off, of course, and the handbrake adjusted as well. So that's your calipers in the back. So of course if you are in the car you need a mirror or something, so you need to pull this pin, this circlip out, this pin, pull it out and just pull the pin shaft off, and watch, because that's the spring which push the pads in, so it's an anti-rattle spring basically. Basically that's it. So you pull those things off, pull the pin off, get the pads at time off, put them back in. That's of course after you slack the two adjusters, which is one there, one here, and yeah, that's it. Normally, well, it's much easier if you set up, if you're changing the caliper, just set up that way, so basically you don't have to struggle on the car to put it back together. Okay, so all back together. So as I said in the previous video, so the adjuster has one here, 7mm, one on the side. You got a 17mm, but unfortunately this is an aftermarket, so they put in that 16mm, and a 5mm Allen key inside, and you have to adjust the pads. It's just attached on, just you need to hear them basically. Basically you lock them, you just slack ever so slightly, and when they're free it's okay. So both sides done that way. Handbrake back on, so adjust it and all the rest of it. Tomorrow we're going to just bleed the brakes and job done, and that's it. That's how you do the brakes on the transaxle gearbox stuff. That's just the same like Alfa Mark 1, Mark 2, Alfa GTV, Alfa 90, SZ, RZ, Alfa 75, they're all the same. The only things though, as I said, if they are V6s, the bolts are bigger, we've got bigger torque, so they are M8, 8 Allen key and are M10 instead. If it's a normal 75, like for example 1600 with carburetors, it will be like 8mm, sorry, 6mm, and the bolt will be M8 by 1. Okay, see you soon guys.